Honestly, before I was even given the option to go to Supersedes, my mindset was I would rather go to jail than go back to my environment. And I was choosing that, but God intervened and I had to go to the hospital for health reasons. And then I was given the option, okay, now you can go back home and then do Supersedes, or you can go to, I think it was called 2020. And then that's when I chose, okay, I'll try. And then I ended up coming to Supersedes. So actually, my mindset was kind of the opposite as others. I was ready to go anywhere but home rather than deal with my environment. I was nervous, but at that time I was so lost and hopeless and like numb. I guess I didn't feel anything at that time, honestly. I was just present. But really, that's all I felt. I didn't know what to feel, honestly. So when I experienced Supersedes, it was almost 2 years ago. So we did like a FaceTime with someone that was in prison for life, I believe. And that just overall changed my perspective. Like, you can really lose your whole life, and then not just like, to me, like, you know how they say living is harder than dying. You have the rest of your life in prison. And that really made me think, like, I don't ever want to be in that circumstance, not even going to jail at all, or losing my freedom and having to live behind bars. That scared me, honestly. I did not. Just like the mom that came and spoke on the murder with her daughter, that scared me. But it scared me in a good way. Like, you have to be serious. You have to focus on your priorities. You can't be out here just doing anything. No, it became easier. It gave me hope. It didn't only give me hope. Like I said, it changed my perspective. Like, it scared me a little bit. I was like, and I was gonna choose jail? No, I would rather try, like, give it a chance. First day I was nervous, and honestly, those people speaking and seeing the person in prison did scare me, but I would have been a lot more scared behind bars in prison,
So you mentioned
their lives changed for the rest of their life, just off of some decisions or their child's decisions. And the entire life got changed. And that's just crazy to me, because every choice you make every day has a different outcome, different paths. That's just so crazy to me that they made one choice and whole life is gone. So we learned CPR. That's what I remember. I actually won the contest that we did and won a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. But I now use CPR now because I work with children. So that actually came in handy for life in general, because you can be in a situation where someone is losing their life and you can have the opportunity to save them. So that made me gain a life skill that I can now use, and I use currently. Just because of the environment that I grew up in, that's like, if I hear gunshots, that's just something that's normal. Like, it gives me anxiety, like kind of like PTSD in a way, because of the environment I came from, but it's like, that's what I'm used to in a way. So it doesn't really scare me too much. I do know, like I said, it did give me hope because they're offering opportunities. At that time in my mindset, I'm thinking, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care about life anymore. I can't do nothing to change my circumstances because I literally tried every possible way and still it ended bad. So they gave me hope. Also, just like the lady that came in and taught us CPR, she inspired me in a way because she was like a nurse. I was like, all hope isn't gone. Like, there's somebody right here in front of you that has made it. You can make it too. I really love the mom's story regarding her daughter that she lost. It scared me, but I really loved how forward and blunt and real she was, because that is the reason why it touched me so deep. Like, and it takes a different type of strength, first of all, to even be able to talk about something like that. So that definitely inspired me, because I've been through some really hard things that I never want to speak on or even want anybody to know about. And now I'm sitting here today, because of Supersedes, because she inspired me. Like, you can, eventually, it takes healing, it takes changing of your mindset. You can speak on your story. You can help others. You can open their eyes. You can plant seeds in them of hope and inspiration like she did with me. And now I'm doing it, and I'm gonna continue doing it. You know, it's scary. I'll get more comfortable and used to it and be able to speak like her one day. My life changed drastically. Oh my gosh, like I'm trying to think how to paraphrase, like how to make it a little smaller. I was 17 when I came to Super Seas. I didn't know how to heal. I was in a didn't care about life or didn't love myself mindset. I was just lost. Going through Super Seas helped me learn how to heal. They planted hope in me for my future. They helped me understand how serious school is, and that's something I had gave up on. Like, I was so close to finishing, I just gave up because of circumstances. But I graduated high school after Super Seas. Then I went on after that to graduate esthetician school, and now I work with children. And that's just like so much from where I came from. And not just that, I now have the mindset because of the healing. Super Seas taught me how to heal first by addressing those problems, by making me feel, triggering me, telling me, like reminding me of priorities, how important it is to finish school even though you don't want to. Overall, it helped me change my mindset. I learned how to heal. Now I can help others heal, and that's what I do. Like through social media, I give guidance. Because I learned how to heal myself, I can help others heal. I would have never been able to do that if I would have still been where I was before I came to Super Seas. That was like I don't know, like the climax in my journey. It was like going up that horrible hill. I hit Super Seas, and then it calmed down. And I learned and applied my lessons, and now I'm where I am now. Hey guys, I want you to remember and know that pain has purpose. Pain brings wisdom. Pain brings power. You have to go through things. You have to experience things to learn the lessons you need to learn. Even by making mistakes, it's okay. And then even if you make the same mistake again, now you know how it feels. Now you won't want to do it again. And overall, everything happens for you, not to you. And God, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, will bring blessings into your life, like Super Seeds, to put you back on a good path and to help you heal and to become who you are. All hope isn't gone. Just know that all hope is not lost. There are people, there are blessings. You are not alone. That's very important. You are not alone. No matter how much the world makes you feel like it, you are not alone. No matter how lost you may feel. I felt like that, and now I'm here. I'm an example, and there are plenty other examples that you could become anything you want to, whenever you want to. You just gotta choose to make that change. And Super Seeds can help you to make that change. But you gotta choose it. They're not gonna choose it for you or make you. They're just gonna guide you, gonna help you. It's your choice.
I would say it's really not what you think it's gonna be. Like, when I first got here, like the same as a lot of other people, they thought it was gonna be a Scared Straight program. That's also what I thought, but it wasn't that, so just don't be nervous. If you just stay to yourself and you focus and like, if you have to like write in a journal and stuff like I did, you really aren't really bothered by anybody or anything going on around you, so you shouldn't really be scared or nervous or anything. Just stay to yourself. No, I was still excited. I don't really get nervous a lot. It's really about the small things that bother me, but when I know to myself that like nothing's gonna get to me, like it's a 2-day program, so it's not like I'm gonna be nervous for the rest of my life, so I was still excited. I took away a lot of things, but I feel like the main thing that got to me was probably talking to the inmates, because I had a lady tell me that she like misses her kids' birthdays and stuff, and she was also struggling with addiction, so she kept going back and back and back, and it was a cycle, and that's not something that I would want to be stuck in. So that really impacted me, thinking about missing out on opportunities in life by doing dumb things. I don't know. I've had a lot of people like in my family and like surrounded around me that have been through like gun violence and stuff, especially with my cousins because they hang around with the wrong people. So I feel like just thinking about what could happen, like, because a lot of people go through that every day and they lose family members and close people to them. And I feel like just thinking about losing my family or anyone close to me is really scary. And I don't like the fact that people can just go around with weapons every day and just take other people away, take their life away. I feel like that shouldn't be like something that can happen anytime, at any moment. So I was just thinking about my career because I really want to do welding, and in order to do that, I have to have good grades, and I'm gonna go to an Oaks program next year. So if I'm not passing all my classes, then I can't go. So thinking about how other people got in there and they worked hard for it, they didn't just get put in there. So that made me think to focus on school instead of people around me and get my grades up and do the right thing. So that really helped me because just messing around and doing the wrong thing, that doesn't get you anywhere in life. And when you're older, you're really going to regret it. So it was helping me learn that I need to just focus on myself.
Cool. And then
Yeah, I was telling my mom about it. She didn't really like leaving me here by myself in a room with a bunch of people that I've never met in my entire life. And she, like, the area over here, we've never been here before, so she was kind of nervous about that because it's, like, far from my house. So I was telling her about literally everything. I had it all written in my journal, so I was telling her about how the whole day went down to like lunch and everything. So that was pretty exciting that I get to share to her what I learned throughout the day. I feel like my biggest takeaway wasn't necessarily from the presentation. It was more like from the people around me that were taking it in, because like I take things very seriously. So listening to it, I already had like everything like straightened in my mind. Like I knew exactly like what to think about and what to do, what not to do from what they were telling us. And the stories, they were really impactful, and seeing people around me that were in the same position as I was, even if they were going through a worse thing or a not so bad thing, I was seeing them, like there were kids that were crying and stuff. And I feel like that was probably the biggest thing that I took away from that, was how others were like thinking about the story. I don't really know how to explain it, but how they were impacted, that really got to me. I wasn't necessarily impacted by those type of stories because there's a lot of things that were kind of similar that I've heard before. So I kind of already understood like all the stuff they were saying, but seeing other people realize how serious those stories were, that was probably the most impactful, because you never really think about how other people think of things until you really see someone going through the situation. So I feel like they really changed my perspective. I wasn't really like focused, especially in like school. I feel like the only thing I really focused on was my sports, but then I started to realize like I couldn't do them like if I wasn't focused in school. So that really impacted me, because that's like my sports that I do, those were things I wanted to do ever since I was little. Like even like professionally I wanted to do it. So I feel like realizing that school really is important, and a lot of people, they don't really think that because they think that they can just get off after school and like get a job and do all this other stuff, but you really can't, especially nowadays, because everything's expensive and like it's not as easy to get things as it used to be. So you really have to work for what you want. So I feel like just everything that went on in the program made me think like I really need to stop messing around and just get like my work done and stuff like that. Hey guys, I just want to let you all know that this program is going to be very fun, but it's also serious, and you should take it seriously, because there's a lot of things that you're going to learn, and there's a lot of things that you're going to like experience, and there's going to be new things you've never like talked about or went through before, or really heard about before.
At first I thought it was going to be a Scared Straight program, kinda. I knew we were going down to the Justice Center. The first day I got here, the vibes were a little off because you're just sitting around a bunch of girls with stank faces and none of y'all want to be there. But the 2 days that I went through, it was a really chill experience, and you have to go into it with an open mind, and you really have to listen to what other people have to say, and you're gonna get a lot of valuable feedback from other people, and I took a lot of that in consideration. I learned that we live in a very dangerous world, and y'all just need to watch what you're doing. Like, it's really us kids killing these kids, and it's sad, and nobody should want to live like that. And you guys just need to remember at the end of the day that there's a lot more to you, and you're here for something better than just gang banging. Be open-minded. Like, you have to be very open-minded, and even if you don't want to be here because it's gonna save your, it's really gonna save your butt. So just keep growing as a person and don't stop and don't listen to nobody else. Super C's opened up a lot of opportunities to me, and they showed me there's a lot of more options in my life. And on the tour, you'll go to different places and you can see the life paths you can go down. And they showed us that college was an option, prison's an option. They also showed us how school lines are the pipeline to going to prison and how stuff starts at school. So if you want to change now, I'd start with your academics. And there's a lot more to life than just being out in the streets and hanging out with friends and partying and doing drugs. Like, there's actually a life, there's jobs you can do. Like, you should want better for yourself. And if that means having to cut friends off around you, then that's what you simply have to do. Some people just aren't meant for you. Not all hope is lost because you were court ordered to come here. There's still always hope for you.